This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present Bluebeard's Bride, a horror tabletop RPG, written by Whitney Strix-Beltran, Marissa Kelly, and Sarah Richardson. Episode 3, Lost in a Haze. In this episode, the bride, in an opium-induced stupor, discovers yet more strange secrets held within her new husband's mansion.
Okay.
No one's here.
So you do so. And she continues to struggle for about a minute.
Poor thing. Jeez.
Against us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Like as if she thinks you're the attacker.
Oh,
But it's very weak. She's very weak.
because she's hopped up on.
Right.
Goofballs.
That's right.
Goof right.
And finally, her eyes seem to focus on you.
Oh.
And she calms herself. And then exhales. And this pink cloud comes out of her mouth,
What?
wrapping you up in it. It smells like opium smoke.
Oh, God.
But as she exhales, it's like her whole being just sort of fades away down and back into the bones.
Huh.
Like sand, almost.
Wow.
How high do I feel on a scale of 1 to 10 now?
Right, yeah. Did that have an effect?
question.
It did have an effect.
Alright.
So, so yeah, you feel completely under the influence of opium. So you feel extremely lethargic. Nothing matters. You know, like you're kind of floating a little bit above the floor.
Right, I hate this, by the way. I don't like feeling like this.
Right.
This is horrible.
Yep.
I'm thinking that it's weird that the opium smoke was pink and the pomegranates are pink. Like there has to
Red.
be some connection there.
I mean, darling, when you have money, you can buy anything.
I know, but opium smoke's not usually pink.
When you have money,
It's a
you can buy
vision.
anything.
It's a vision. So I think I hate this feeling of not feeling in control, so I'm...
I think fresh air. We were going towards the courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
I really want to talk to her.
Yeah.
She seems to have dissolved.
Yeah, okay.
But during,
But
I
I still.
mean, when she wanted to talk to her, like during
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but she didn't seem like she would respond to questions or.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
Is there, because to
Sort of
leave
a-
we have to have an idea what happened here. Is there
Right.
something else we should
Yeah.
investigate
Right.
before we leave?
You
so that
don't
we-
necessarily have to have an idea because you can do an escape.
You just escape because you're too weirded out.
In which I offer you a hard bargain or ugly choice.
Does that appeal to anyone? Ooh. You like the ugly choice?
Yeah. I'm kind of curious about that too. I'm wondering if on in being in this drug-induced state that we would just exit the room unceremoniously without proposing its truth and thinking or taking a token or any of that. But that's just a thought.
Yep, that's one way to go for sure.
Honestly, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Okay then.
We're not really thinking as
A
much
little
as
out of it.
Yeah. Want to get some air. This doesn't feel good.
Okay. So, if you want to just escape the room, then I would say that that would probably mean that you were fully under the influence of this opium.
Yeah.
And you would remain so for whoever is the next to take the ring. Okay. And that will have an effect on how things are described and interacted with, let's just say.
That sounds interesting.
That's our hard bargain choice you're giving us.
Yes.
All right.
Or, well, ugly choice.
I think that was disorienting. I'm seeing women in my house everywhere. I want fresh air.
Okay. So that means that what I described to you for the next room may or may not actually be there.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So that is an exit move, so you pass the ring.
Well, clearly the mother is going to know how to take care of this and make us feel better.
Yes.
She's pragmatic.
Of course. So, Mother, as you stumble down the gaslit hall, sounding like, everything sounding like you have cotton buds in your ears. What ring are you looking at?
You mean key?
Key, excuse me, yes.
I am looking at a plain pewter key with a complex set of teeth at the end.
Let's see, a complex set of teeth on a pewter key.
That's right.
And is this a small key, a large key?
This is a large key.
Heavy?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the... are there any filigrees at the end? Is
No.
it fancy at all?
It is not.
It's strictly utilitarian.
It is. But the level of complexity at the other end.
Okay. So you find yourself at a set of double doors. These made of iron.
Right?
Ooh.
There are cogs and other interlocked mechanisms. You insert the key and turn it, and an orchestra of metallic sounds fills the air, and the doors open inwardly by themselves. You drift inside, and the doors close behind you. So, you are in a room with no windows or other doors. The room is entirely lit by a magnificent system of resounding clockwork and whistling pipes. The air reeks of abandonment and confinement. Your steps are the first to disturb the thick layer of dust that covers the floor in many years. Tables on both sides of the room are populated by the strangest mechanisms and contraptions you have ever seen. Among them, you see what appears to be a child made of porcelain and clockwork. What?
What the hell?
On another table are a number of dirty glasses containing liquids with strange names and stranger colors. On another, various sheets of paper written in an indecipherable handwriting are scattered across the table, along with an ink pen with its tip blocked.
All right. I'll go over and examine this this doll.
Yeah.
Does it move? If I attempt to move an arm, does is anything?
Well, it looks uncannily similar to a real human child.
Oh yeah.
When you touch the arm, the eyes flick open. And it says, "Mommy."
Yeah.
It is with its other hand, it is reaching towards your bosom.
All right.
Oh.
So that sounded like a shiver from fear.
I think we should feed it.
So please name the thing you are most afraid will happen.
My child will devour me.
I'm supposed to tell you how it's worse than that.
This is the fear of every mother,
Hey,
no?
come on, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Worse than that. You can do it, man. Come
Oh
on,
no, I
dig.
got it.
No.
Don't you disappoint me.
Worse than that.
Yes, sir.
Not only will it devour you,
Right.
all of his friends will too.
Children of the corn?
Children of the
Yeah.
corn.
He's not the only one in the room.
Oh.
Wait, really? Or that's the fear?
That's how it's worse than you feared.
Oh, I see.
Right. So we don't. Just
Oh, all around you,
Yeah.
all around you, you can hear clanking and whirring as other dolls and homunculi come to life.
Right.
Do they have like eerie childlike laughter, like giggling and snickering? Or...
Yep, there's giggling and tittering.
Oh god.
So,
I'm like really trying hard not to like lash out with violence.
Yeah.
So I'm, I'm almost at the dirty yourself with violence.
certainly. So, you can
Smash it.
if you
Yes.
want
I'm gonna.
If you want to smash it, you have to keep the ring, which means you have to choose two. Or immediately pass the ring and choose one. A, it infects the bride with its perversion. B, it has the bride in its clutches right now. Or C, it speaks to you. Take one trauma.
Speaks to me.
Yeah.
Do you want, but do
But
you
I
want
have
to keep the
pick it up.
ring?
I have to keep. I want to keep the ring.
Okay, so do you want to be infected with its perversion or have it in your clutch, or does it have you in its clutches?
Or is it
then you
speaking
can't
to
pick
you?
the third.
No, I gotta pick another one in addition to it.
Yeah, speaking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
I
You have to take that one as one of
have
She
to
wants
take,
to
well, I
keep the
wanted
ring.
to take that one.
Well, what perversion does it possess? Like, what is the feeling? Is it like this feeling of just cold, like non-human, or
Well,
the devouring piece?
we'll cover the perversion.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't want to do, is it maiden moves time, or do I have to make this call right
You
now?
have to make this
I
call
have
right
to make
now.
this call right now.
Do what you think.
I do not want to be infected with the perversion, so whatever the other one was.
It has you in its clutches.
Oh shit!
Grabbed your boob.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah. It has
Well,
me
it was
literally.
reaching for the boob.
Well, I'm gonna say
Honk honk.
yes.
As you were looking around, you managed to grab.
Yeah. All right, so those two.
Okay. All right. So yes, so you take one trauma.
Taking the trauma,
You keep the ring.
keeping the ring.
It speaks to you and has you in its clutches.
Yes.
So it's grabbing your dress and trying to tear it open.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
And it's saying, "Mommy, I'm so hungry."
Oh.
All right, wait. So really
Yes.
quickly, I have face. If I use my face, it's like
Surface, baby.
let's see. When one of my sister marks trauma, explain to her how the trauma she is experiencing is her fault, then ask if she believes me.
Okay.
Okay.
And then if you believe me, you mark one less trauma. If you reject the explanation, I get to
You
mark
get a
the
trauma. That's
All
right.
right.
The shame of my own impotence.
All right.
Impotence.
Impotence.
So
Famous pharaoh. All right. So. So what are you telling her?
You got anything?
I
Let me tell you that this is your fault.
I want to use it.
Yeah.
I want to use it, but I'm gonna let this unfold a little bit more
All right.
before I do. But I
Oh,
just
okay.
I wanted to put it out
You're
there.
putting it out there. This
that-
is coming.
That's a
Because you marked a
possibility.
trauma down.
All right. Yeah, but the reason why I kept the ring and went through those two
You want to
things
fuck
was
this
to,
thing up.
was to dirty myself with the violence.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Yes.
So
A role
so
plus carnality.
dirty on.
Does the trauma come from doing this, or does the trauma come from experiencing this weird automaton like attacking you?
The trauma, you mean the trauma from Shiver from Fear?
Yeah.
That came strictly from this thing being so fucking creepy
Right.
that it,
But it flipped my ass out.
yeah, this is emotional trauma. This is,
But that's the second thing.
yeah.
That's a second.
For the record, if you are concerned about the violence thing, we could do the Caressa horror thing.
True that as well.
No, I mean,
She wants to be violent.
she's got
Yeah.
this visceral gut reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ironic that the
I
mother
say
is.
honor it.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
just
the
trying to-
mother, the mother is
interesting
the
option.
destroyer.
It's-
She
yes.
can,
Yeah, and
she
I'm
can destroy
but I'm trying to figure out a way to reduce, like, to take the trauma away,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're not you're
Couldn't
less
be
to
less
get-
concerned.
I know you can't. I know that, but I want to try that.
Jen's like, I'm all in for shattering.
No, that's all right.
Isn't that kind
Does
of a
that apply
goal?
only to me, or if someone chooses to caress a horror, could I use that as a way of? I'm just curious.
Yeah, what is the limit?
That would be if you had the ring.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and kick this thing to death.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll.
So you want to disable it, silence it, or mutilate it?
Mutilate it.
Okay, go.
I got a 6.
A 6 is a miss,
Yes, it is.
unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I know.
All right. So this thing is, as I said, clutching at your bridal gown.
Yes.
It tears it open.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It exposes a breast.
Yes.
And latches on
Yes.
with its metallic mouth.
That's right.
And it's almost like a vacuum pump gets
Yeah.
turned on, and so it just starts sucking. And
Is there
of course,
anything in there,
There's
though?
nothing
No,
there.
No.
Nothing there.
And
No.
and
Fascinating.
you're not terribly busty anyway, I would
Right,
think. So
no.
it's just all flesh that's being pulled in and tearing, and you can feel
Tearing?
Yes.
Tearing?
Tearing. There's blood, right? I've been there. This is real. You want to exit?
No, You're good?
I'm good.
All right, all
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'll let you know, but
Sure. All right.
All right, so
I'm
what?
just, but
so
I'm just
so
verifying this.
what you're giving
Veracity?
it,
Yeah.
what you're giving it is blood.
Right.
Because skin has torn at this point,
Yes.
and now blood is flowing. So
Oh my
you're gonna mark
God.
2 trauma.
Okay.
Do you want to share that, or do you want to take it all?
But it happens for real though.
Who would I share?
Sorry.
No,
That's-
it's
that's what this
fine.
is about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Spill it. If
Yeah.
you gotta spill it, spill it.
That's what this game is about. Exploring the feminine
I don't
aspects
share
of
my
horror.
trauma.
I needed bandages.
Does that mean?
Nay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
In the game, does that mean that Renee could now try to communicate with this thing since we are
Blood was
bleeding?
shed?
Blood has been shed.
Oh yeah. Could I try? Yeah.
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, especially because
Exactly.
now it's bonding with
Yeah.
you. So maybe you can get it to stop.
Yes.
Yeah, as a
Top
Yeah,
her
but
off.
you
for the audience's.
Kill that bottle.
Yeah.
You can commune
Cheers.
with it. No, and cheers.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So I'm going to embrace it.
Okay. Okay.
If
Yeah.
I can commune with it.
Absolutely.
What's giving this thing life?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Question.
Going.
That is a good
All
question.
right. So read me your face move one more time.
So I'll mark a trauma.
Okay. And you took both, right, Jen? You
I did. I took all. So
Okay.
I am a 3 on the trauma check right now.
Awesome.
Cheers. Oh yeah. All right. All right.
And the groundskeeper will share whisperings about what happened here
Yes.
and might ask you a question or two and answer them.
Okay. All right. All right. So as this thing is suckling blood from you, you begin to feel certain sympathies with it because it's very hungry,
Yeah.
and you realize that this thing hasn't been fed in years and years and years,
Yeah.
and you also realize it was definitely built for a purpose as a substitute child.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. So
One of the other
who do you
wives?
think? Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, who do you think built it? Yeah.
Who built it?
Yeah. Who built it? Who do you think?
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Well, it can't be entirely just mechanical, can it? Is it?
I don't know. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
but
If it's
Open it back
hungry,
out.
if it's hungry, there's got to
Yeah.
be something to thirst, right?
Right. There has to be.
A being,
Yeah. It's possessed somehow.
Must be
or,
something in there.
something.
Yeah.
But who built it is the question.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Who built it? I'm going to guess my dear sweet husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Because he loved one of his former wives so much.
Who was Baron?
What if we take
Yes.
it to the kitchen?
Yes.
To the kitchen.
So you walk down the hall with this.
Because it's hungry. So what if we like go feed it?
It's unnatural.
I mean, you can take it with you as one of your tokens.
It's unnatural.
Well, it's attached. How do we get it off?
What I will say.
That is the
So the
question.
trauma.
We only got so many pints.
So I'm gonna try to do my face move since y'all are.
Y'all are on a road to ruin over here.
Yeah.
Steering the ship into the rocks.
This is the shield. I'm like protecting
Yeah.
us from this trauma.
Okay, so you're the shield.
So I'm thinking, so in terms of this trauma and Mother experiencing this trauma, if you didn't have a secret desire to have children, ultimately, that is the one thing you actually really, really want.
Right.
You wouldn't have freaking went toward it
Right.
and embraced it to
Okay.
do that.
Yeah.
So you did that
Uh-huh.
because you are yearning for a child so badly. That is why this has happened. You seem to say to yourself, do you believe that or not? It's up to you, and there's no pressure to
No,
but
I
that's
wasn't
my,
feeling it. I'm thinking it through.
That's my theory. That's what I'm trying to make.
Yes.
You believe it?
Yes, because yes.
So you can get rid of one of your traumas.
I do believe it because it is a means to authority with this man.
Oh.
So you can erase one trauma.
If I bear him a child, that is good.
Yeah.
And you'll be first in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I die, so what?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, so that was an interesting domino effect.
So
Love
it's still latched on, right?
It has drunk its fill.
Okay.
Woo! Are we feeling faint?
Yeah.
A little bit.
We're way up
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh my God, we're high as a
But
kite.
then this
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
happened.
Lack of
Didn't
blood.
this
So's the
happen?
creature then.
Yeah, so as it unlatches,
It actually is. It's doing it.
as it
We don't
you
know,
know
do we?
detaches itself from you,
Yeah.
you see that it has basically degloved your entire breast.
What?
It is what?
Degloved. Pulled all the skin
Pulled
off.
all the skin off of your breast.
Okay.
Well, we got 2.
Like a light chafage layer?
We got-
or
No,
like
just the
down
skin
to
has
The
been
skin is
stripped
off.
Like flayed, sort of.
Flayed.
Blade.
The
Wow.
breast has been flayed. So actually, the opium.
I need more of this, thank you.
The opium.
Yeah.
The opium actually sort of paid off because
Right,
you're really not
need it.
feeling it right now.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Wow.
With the
But
and the
bleeding.
bridal gown, it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, it's just glistening,
That's gonna
glistening
leave
with
a
slime and blood.
Wow.
Your nipple is gone.
Yes, the
Oh, yeah,
nipple
no,
is
that's
gone.
not the question.
It's there. It's just the skin.
No,
is
no. The nipple is part of the
It is
skin.
skin.
There's a thing there underneath.
There is?
Isn't
Is
there?
the nipple intact?
The nipple's gone.
All right.
Oh,
Enough said.
gross!
If it was on the outside, it is.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Histoire.
Yes.
Fuck.
There's just
So
a
we
little
need medical
cocktail straw
attention.
sticking out.
Can we talk to the thingy? To the porcelain asshole?
The porcelain asshole.
Where is the
That's
skin?
room number 8.
Where's the skin?
In the
Sucked it
baby.
down.
Well, it's delicious.
Gross. Can we talk
Alright.
to the porcelain ass?
Yes, you can.
All right.
We haven't officially investigated it.
No,
You
you
have not.
You haven't done any of the maiden moves.
right.
You got attacked by
I
it.
would like to.
Well, I attacked it
I
first.
think we should
No,
investigate.
no, that's not true. All right.
No, you didn't attack it
No.
first. It fucking.
It clung to you.
Mommy.
Oh my god.
So. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What do you guys think? I think I want to know whose item, as in like who it was made for.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's
Okay,
fair.
right.
That's a fair question.
And
Right,
then why did Bluebeard keep it?
Right.
Bluebeard keep
I
it
know.
since the person he made it for ostensibly isn't around anymore
Right.
since it's been sitting here
Although-
empty for years.
I would
Okay.
point out that through Renee's talking to it, she's already,
Found that out.
got the story of, or told the story of it being made for a previous wife.
Right, but I mean, I'm wondering if we can get like a specific, like who it was made for, unless you guys
Is
think
that
that's
significant?
wife?
But is it significant?
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know
Well,
if
the questions
it's
are there.
Yeah.
Well, so the other
What about-
two, so there's why he kept it, there's what about it is odd or uncanny, but I feel like that's sort of self-evident.
We know.
And
I
there's,
think I'm curious about the memories
and
more
there's,
than
okay, so
who-
we're
Yeah.
going to do the
Yeah.
memories and
And
why
why.
he kept it.
What exactly?
Yes.
Yeah, those two are good. Yes.
I think we've already told ourselves
Yeah.
The other
story of
bits.
who it belongs to.
And why?
Okay.
Do they really matter that much?
Exactly. Ultimately, yeah. Because my fucking tit is bleeding. Like, I don't care.
But I feel like we don't care that much about the tip bleeding either, right?
I do.
Because of the
None of
opium.
this This is wrong. This
Yeah.
is unnatural. Like,
Yeah.
this is disgusting. Like, this
Yeah.
is an
That's
affront to everything. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it. Yes.
That's how I feel.
All right.
This is making me feel weak, and I am not weak. I am a very strong person, and so this is making me feel weak. and so
Maybe
I
it will
don't like
make us stronger. We'll be like an Amazon after this.
I
That's
still
the
think we should
virginal
go
thing to
out
say.
and find some ointment to put on it. Mother, what
Typical
do you
version.
think?
Yeah.
Get some ointment.
It's this idealistic thing, which
I know.
is
Or wrap it or
beautiful,
something.
but just
We'll be
overcome
an
with
We'll
this
learn
rage.
archery. We'll be an Amazon. We're set. It's fine.
But the strength was
we
from
got
the tip
two.
being cut
We got
off.
two, we're fine.
The strength was from the breast being cut off, so that there's better marksmanship.
Right,
It's
so-
not degloving my breast. Like
Well, we could cut it off at this point if that would make you
I
feel
no,
better.
it doesn't actually. I'd like my breast back, please.
Well, that ship
There,
has sailed.
there are plenty of sharp blades in this machine shop. Just saying.
Oh my god.
I'm
Maybe
so ready to curse at him.
That
but
is
I'm not
wild.
going to.
I mean, there has to be an
I'm
element
just a
of
humble
like.
groundskeeper.
Cut off your tit, mom.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm just here to facilitate your good time at the palace. If there's anything you need, just let me know. Call me William Doolittle, aka Will Do.
Get stuffed. Get stuffed. All
How
right.
long have you been waiting to use that
Oh, I
line?
use it all the time.
What were the two questions?
So the two questions were
I'm just
Memories,
horrified.
memories.
what
memories.
memories?
Somebody have a self-harm part of their character?
I
I
did.
think
Boom.
so too.
Yeah.
I don't like it. This was inflict. I didn't inflict
Would
it
this
on
drive you
myself.
so mad
But-
that you would cut off the
but
remainder of
Ro-
your breast?
Well, right, like, because then you've taken it upon yourself as a
Yeah.
personal choice. He comes back and you're like, I took this tit off because you have creepy porcelain babies, and now I'm the warrior woman, so fuck you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling.
You have creepy porcelain babies.
I don't know, just think about it.
No, I'm thinking. Let me think.
All right.
But find out the answer
Okay.
the questions. and I'll think
Memories,
more on
why to
this.
keep
So
it?
we had memories, and why did he keep it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Memories.
Oh! Unforgivable.
Memories
After
can't
your
wait.
will do line, you're really gonna make that face at my memories.
I am.
I love it.
I need sugar.
All right. So I need sugar.
They're good. They're good.
Make it. I know they are. They're amazing.
They're so good.
They are delicious.
So
Oh
you wanted to
The
know.
questions,
Okay.
please.
Look, I'm just as horrified as the rest of you. All right.
No, you're
So
not.
Thinks. It's beside the point now, come on. Foci.
Memories.
foci and focus. You look up from this creepy porcelain baby as you contemplate what the hell is going on here.
Yes.
As I mentioned, there's a table with a bunch of glass containers.
That's right. You
Right.
did mention that, yes.
Mhm.
Maybe
Dirty
one-
glasses containing strange liquids.
Yes.
Maybe
Lot
one
of-
grows back boobies.
The breast rebigifier.
Reskinifier.
Reskinifier,
Skin it,
yes.
Be bigger. That should be covered in skin and the nipple, please.
So there's
Have like 15 nipples.
Alright, we're on here.
there's things that look like
That's a different
oil. There's things that look like petroleum.
Yeah.
There's things that look like weird lubricants of
Yeah.
other varieties and that sort of thing.
I got it.
They're all covered in thick layer of dust.
Right.
There
Which
is
was odd.
there is one
Oh!
that is not as dusty
Ah!
and contains a clear liquid.
The clear liquid. Yes.
Okay.
Clear liquid.
And so, almost without realizing it, you step over towards this bottle to examine it because it looks so strange. And as you are looking at it, you see reflected in the glass somebody standing next to you.
No!
Okay.
You look next to you, and it is an apparition.
Okay.
It is an apparition of another young woman. She is wearing a bridal gown. She is looking at you, and she looks angry. And she says, "Leave me alone. Leave me alone with my experiments."
He had no part of this.
Interesting. What do her hands look like? Can I see them?
You can see them. They look. They have grease on them.
Yeah.
They they look.
So she made the baby. Is my assumption, my
Yeah, that's what I would
presumption
assume.
based on
Yeah,
her grease
I'm good with
and
that.
It's a memory thing, so.
And you also want to know why Bluebeard kept it.
yeah.
Well, what you get is this sense of actual abandonment. And you hear the sound of a door closing,
All right.
and the cogs
Yeah.
twirling and the
Whirring
lock
shut,
engaging, and you hear his voice echoing.
And
He says, "You are a naughty girl,"
okay.
as the doors are closing.
And that's that.
We should set the kid free. Set it free.
Well, I thought we were going to the kitchen. We're going to the kitchen.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm still wondering if did this really happen opium wise? Like, is this a massive hallucination?
Yeah, we don't know.
Or did
We won't know till
And there's
opium
clear liquid
fades.
still in the bottle, right?
Yes.
yeah, the clear liquid.
So what's that?
What is
Let's
it?
just dump it and see what happens.
Yeah, go.
Let's open it up.
Maybe
Go.
we should test
Oh,
it
maybe
on something
sniff it
first.
Smell
first.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we'll test it
Is
on a
it
pinky
biscuit?
or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Make sure it
It could
doesn't
be.
melt off.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Something like acid or
HCl.
something.
Put it on the other boob and make a match set.
So what do you want to do with the liquids?
Well, lift the lid.
Okay.
Examine. What do we have?
Um,
If I shake the jar, does it move quickly or slowly?
it looks like water.
It looks like water.
Okay. As you touch the jar, the apparition looks even more furious.
Oh!
And
she hates it.
Yes, and she moves in on you. Actually. Yes.
Oh no.
she's just a ghost, right?
Yeah.
Well,
She can't.
she grabs you by the
grabs
wrist.
me.
Yeah. She grabs you by the wrist, and she says, "Don't you touch that."
Ask her
And-
how to fix our tits.
And she looks furious, like she's about to
Why
do
not?
harm.
Why
do
not?
some harm.
Why not?
Why not?
Why
you say?
not?
Okay.
Yes.
So she says, she says, you cannot have that. I made that. That is my compound. You can't touch that.
What does it do?
Okay, and she's like squeezing you really hard, like your hands beginning to hurt. You know. So what do you want to do?
You could
I
caress
could
her.
caress a
Or
horror.
try to
Yeah.
care for her, possibly.
She's gonna try and do you harm. So
She's gonna try and do me
It's
harm.
malevolent.
It is
It
malevolent.
is malevolent.
All right.
It is an angry spirit.
Caress that bitch.
All right. Roll plus blood for caress a horror.
Okay.
All right. Do you have blood? You have plus
I do
one?
not.
Zero. Zero blood?
I have a -1.
Oh well.
But it's ring.
You gotta make a roll.
Yeah.
Oh!
That didn't work.
That is not good.
There goes the other boob.
I rolled a 3,
Yes.
and I have a -1 blood, so I have a 2.
Can you
Okay.
still try to fight, like, if you don't succeed in caressing them and diverting your attention, can you still try to, like, fight them off? Like,
Well, yes.
Oh, really?
But you're gonna have to suffer the consequences.
Yes.
So basically, it just turns into this struggle. You've got the bottle in your hand, and she's now lifted it up, and you're struggling around, and back and forth, very violently, jerking it back and forth.
That's
and
not good.
the top of the stopper flies
Right
off,
off.
and it splashes you in the face,
Right in the yap.
no.
like right across the face,
Oh.
with some extremely strong acid.
Yep.
You were right. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So you're going to mark 3 trauma.
I'm shattered.
Do you want to take all 3,
Well, wait a minute. I don't know.
or do you want to share it?
You can share it amongst the peeps unless you want to be shared.
I gave you that idea, so maybe I could take trauma or two.
I can take trauma.
Can I break out my shield?
How do I share it? What's the
You
mechanics?
just say
Sign
you
it
want to
with
share it
the
out.
All right, I assign 1 to you. I assign 1 to you.
There you
Okay.
go.
Boom. Okay.
All right, so the acid sears your skin, and you can smell your own
You know,
flesh
it really,
burning
it
from the
really
acidic.
hurts when it hits the boob.
Fucking bitch.
Yes, some of it gets down there
Gotta say,
too.
that's
Yeah,
really special.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
do we really feel it because of the opium, or do we
It
just
is
sort of
it is
smell
cutting
it?
through the opium even
Feeling a little sober.
because it is like eating a hole through your cheek.
Oh my
Wash it
god.
off. Wash it off. Find some water real quick and try.
What do
to,
we got?
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to open a can of whoop-ass on the ghost? Do you want to exit the
What
room?
mechanic do I have to open a can of wood?
the dirty yourself with violence?
Oh, that again.
Yes. Do you want to try to caress her again in spite of your injuries? Do you want to give up the ring and hand it off to somebody else and see if they can do something?
All right, let's give up the ring.
Okay. So you're giving up the ring. So who do you want to pass it to?
Who hasn't had a
I
shot?
mean, for the record, if we think it's meaningful, I can auto caress a bitch.
Oh, you can auto caress?
Yeah, if you give
You can
her the
auto caress a bitch.
So there's no.
That is
funny.
the technical term.
All right. That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
All right, the ring has been passed. All right,
Do we have to do
so
anything else mechanically?
that is it. You are immune to trauma until the next ring pass.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
So the ring has been passed. So now, if you want, you can caress a horror and invoke your face move.
Yep. So I have a question. Since my
Yes.
face move, it's the victim. When you caress a horror by inviting it to come closer, mark 1 trauma to take a 10+ instead of rolling.
Yep.
Can I try to roll first to
No.
see? Okay, so I just have to do it, but I'm fine with that.
Okay. So you're gonna take the trauma, and what are you doing to calm down this malevolent ghost?
I mean,
You're being a victim, so
Yeah.
beat the shit out of her. So
not a victim.
One thing you can do.
Wasn't it incredible that she built all this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it astounding and just like what a
Wondrous.
genius that she made these things herself?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So I think what I would do is I would get down on my knees and say to her, like, I'm so sorry that I didn't listen to you. I apologize. I should have heeded your. Well, she's a victim, and her things.
That's right.
I'm the virgin. I'm not the fatal, man. And then she.
Play it. Just play it.
Yeah. And then, as part of that, of being like, I'm so sorry I interfered with your projects. Would you please take mercy on us? Is there anything you have that would help alleviate this horror that has happened to us now?
That's the more important thing. This is all going to scar, right?
Looking out for us, okay? I had to get there though. I gotta assuage her ego. Spirit bitch.
So you direct what was intended for you to another victim in the house.
That
Okay.
bitch in the kitchens, man. I heard her
So-
talking about.
So what? So
So
what
your
happens
robot
is,
babies and
right. So she's looking down at you, and her mask of rage falls, and she just looks sympathetic,
Good.
Good. This is a good start.
and she begins to cry these ghostly tears, and she says, "All I wanted was a child of my own," and she's holding the acid vial now, and so she walks.
Yeah.
Floats over to the porcelain child and tips the rest of it into its mouth.
Wow! Wow!
And you begin to hear the smoke and sizzle come up out of it.
My skin's in there.
and it just kind of falls into pieces.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Great, I guess.
Did you not love your fake
And she
porcelain
fades
child?
away.
Motherfucker, that did not help us. God damn.
I mean, you could cry for help.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the.
Cry out for
Oh
help.
yeah, that's true.
The
I
maiden move
forgot.
or a ring
Those
move?
things
That is a ring move.
Ring
Yeah,
move,
that's
yeah.
yours.
Help!
Yeah, that's true. I mean, do we think we want to cry out for help, or do we just want to like
I
leave
mean,
them?
yeah,
to
this
be
is
fair,
point-
we're mutilated.
Mutilated,
Like
exactly.
actually bleeding.
Yes.
And whether it actually happened,
Yes.
You
It looks
probably
like
would be
it
unable
happened.
to stop yourself.
Agree.
Okay. Especially, you thought she was gonna maybe help, and she
And
just
she didn't.
She didn't.
This is true. Okay.
Oh wait, and so you experienced a trauma from that. Do you want a trauma removed?
Sure. Who says no to that?
So what I'm saying, the reason this happened is because you're just too fucking trusting all the time. You're always trusting the wrong people every frickin' time.
It's true.
Okay.
She buys it.
It's very true.
It's true. I suck.
That's true. Fuck my life. I'm gonna need help.
I'm glad to remove trauma, but it sucks.
Hey, you chose that face move.
Nope.
What'd you get?
Fun, but still,
Five.
it's hard.
5.
Does
Okay.
not work.
All right.
If it doesn't
So.
work, does nothing happen?
Ha 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 ha.
Uh-oh.
That's why I didn't want to roll.
All right. All right. So, Okay. So.
Great.
See here. Okay. There's so many things.
I know.
So many
I feel like we're not even gonna.
Oh no, this has
I
definitely got
want to play
replayability.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Oh, God, yes.
The other
We could do a whole
Yeah.
season.
Kind of
just
key
like
how I described the
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not really a
Possibilities are
campaign game, but you know.
No, but you could do monthly
keep going.
Bluebeards for like
Monthly Bluebeards.
For those of you who aren't traumatized enough in your daily lives,
Oh, God,
or via your own
seriously.
campaign.
for Halloween time. We could do in the fall. This fall we will be doing monthly Bluebeards.
All right. So you're crying out for help. You're on your knees. Oh God, help me! Why have you abandoned me, etc.
Yeah.
And
It was the etc. that didn't make it work.
Yeah, I know. Etc.
Yada, yada,
All
yada.
men, not
It's not a specific enough request, so yeah, she's fine.
right, that's where you really
So
blew
the
it.
tears are streaming out. They're mingling with the residual
the
acid. I'm
Oh.
feeling them
Oh.
leak into my
Yes,
cheeks.
the
there's
tears are
salt,
going
you know,
into
and
the.
it's-
Oh.
And I can like taste this combo of like acid
Through your
plus
cheek.
tears coming in through
You
my
guys
cheek.
are so stupid. You let this happen, and now Bluebeard isn't gonna love us anymore.
Right, pretty much. That's the end of this.
Unless he's got a cheek hole. Right? Stick his tongue.
I'm still hoping that this is an opium hallucination and actually is not that bad.
Yeah, I have no hopes.
So, in answer to your cries, you hear only mechanical whirring clinking.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
No, no, no,
Are
no.
they gonna eat
And
us now?
you may recall that earlier I mentioned that it's worse than you feared. And so out of the shadows of the the extensive shelving units that line the walls of this room,
Where's the maiden
Comes-
moves? Maiden moves.
right there,
Give me this.
All right.
come creeping innumerable weird contraptions. Little spider-legged machines.
Yeah.
The thing from Toy Story.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, half creatures. Like a little head and a torso and arms dragging itself along.
But yeah, like the cyborg and aliens.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Do they look like they want to help me?
They're all converging on
That's
you.
adorable.
They're all converging.
I am crying for
I'm
help.
sure they're all wanting to help you.
Yeah.
What else would they want?
Well, so those that have the apparatus to make noises are croaking out. Hungry.
Oh God!
Hungry.
Can we escape this?
I want to leave now.
Uh-huh. So you can do an escape move, or you can reasonably leave with
do I have
proposing
enough
a
time to
truth.
get up
You can
and-
propose a truth and take a token.
And so I don't
Absolutely.
need to try to caress them again. Like I can
No,
get out
no.
in time.
Yeah.
So
Get the hell
fuck
out.
you, bitches. Your maker was a crazy lady, and I'm sorry that the truth of this room is that she lost her damn mind and made a bunch of fucking monstrosities.
Yep.
Enjoy the acid. We're gonna go.
Okay, so that's what you think happened, to whom and why. Good.
Right.
So is that a token? So what token are you taking? And is it a token of faithfulness or disloyalty?
I think it is a token of faithfulness because I think our husband wisely, sagely locked this crazy ass bitch up in this fucking room because she was making acid and shit that was clearly gonna damage people and like monsters that were gonna take over the castle.
Yeah.
So he did right by locking this woman
I
up. She was
agree.
crazy.
Okay, and what
Another
token are you
crazy one.
taking?
Is the stopper near at hand?
Yes.
I will grab that stopper.
Okay.
So that I can show him later that he told us any room, man, and we went into this room.
You can
What
also
happened?
plug up the hole right here.
Yeah, if it fits, sure.
Oh, dear.
I'm not convinced. If he told us any room and he knew that this was in here, then clearly he doesn't have our best interest at heart.
No, maybe he forgot that she was in here
That
and she
is
was
careless.
It's careless,
And I
but
don't forgive
not.
carelessness at
Well,
my expense.
But I'm a virgin, so I'm an idiot. So I. And no innocence. I mean, she thinks that he tried to do his best. He locked this woman in here. He probably thought. I mean, this room is dusty as fuck. She's dead. So he probably thought no harm can come out of here because it's been forever. The creatures have to be starved to death, whatever their version of that is by now.
I'll just say as the animus that it's interesting that there have been 2 crazy people in a row. Like, he's choosing these people. What does that say about him? What does that say about us?
Poor taste in women previously.
Hello.
We're the new version.
No.
He's grown as a person.
No.
I mean,
He's
someone
evolved.
did let this thing suckle off of us.
Yeah,
so-
someone.
Well, that wasn't this someone, so.
That was me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
And I do it
because the ring was passed, the opium has worn off.
Oh yeah, right.
So you look down and you see that yes, your dress is torn, and yes, there are some pretty nasty lacerations, but there is full flesh on the breast.
My nipple.
And
I'm so happy.
the acid wounds
Are
are
not as bad as.
deep, but they didn't bore a hole through your cheek.
Hooray!
Okay,
Some
so
cosmetics. I'll cover this right up.
We need.
Glamour magic.
Yeah, we need.
Yeah.
So you need some spackle.
I'm
Yes.
so relieved that I almost forget about the machinations inching their way towards me. I'm like,
Well, this is as you flee the room anyway.
Yeah, on the way
So,
out.
all right. So that just leaves Renee, right?
Yes,
Who hasn't
that
had the
leaves
ring.
Renee.
Okay.
but
so
the little thing really was in pieces. That wasn't an opium hallucination.
you
The
do
doll-
catch sight of that on your way out, and
That
it did
actually
fall
did
apart.
happen.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
Wow, but
Da, 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 da.
Magic is better.
I need to get a photo of that key ring before we're done.
Yeah, that's definitely key.
Ha, ha.
Dink.
All right. Witch. You there, witch? So you're wandering the halls.
Did you mark our
I
token?
did. I did. Thank you.
And also,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
we
and I
need
heal
a medical
trauma.
attention. BT dubs.
So you are wandering the halls. You are looking through the key ring. What key catches your eye? What do you see?
well, it doesn't catch my eye. It catches my I feel it.
Oh.
There's one here made of feels like bone.
Oh my
Clearly, must be where the apothecary is.
Yes, obviously. Yeah.
There are several skeleton keys in there, so I'm not surprised.
But
Oh man.
Real
Okay.
quick, can I ask a
Yes,
question? When
yes.
we take a loyalty thing or faithfulness and it heals a trauma, can anyone heal the trauma? Or
No,
is it
you heal the
passed
trauma.
to me?
So that's the benefit of being having the ring is you get a chance to do that. So it is a key. Is it sculpted of bone? Is it?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
and it almost looks like a finger.
yeah.
Form of a finger. Yeah.
I
I
see.
could sort of see
Like
the
all
joint
three,
there, but
all three fingers.
yeah,
all three bones?
yeah,
Just a little
Bone.
key
A
bit.
little spur there.
Yeah, very small, but you can tell it's still a key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie.
What do you got for that?
Yeah.
Please.
Did I suck it?
No.
I have just the room for that.
Yeah.
All right. Is everyone hanging in there okay so far?
Yeah, so far so good.
All right. So you are outside a heavy metal door.
Heavy metal door.
Heavy metal door.
Huh. Opened by a bone key.
Yes. As you insert the key, you can feel heat coming off the metal,
Oh wow.
and then there's a roughly hewn handle that you turn that causes pain to shoot through your hand.
No.
Ouch.
What?
Why don't
Okay.
we stop exploring this goddamn?
An idea.
I'm gonna sit in the kitchen till he gets back.
Oh, you want to go to the kitchen, do you? Well, I've got one for that too. Anyway, so go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, that does entertain a question because clearly
Yeah.
we've spent the night here before. So
Yes.
would we ostensibly know, say, the key to the room where we slept and awoke?
that's a good
No, because
question.
Bluebeard had the key up until the moment he left, so you didn't
So
know
no.
what key
Oh,
that
so he was the one who was unlocking.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
we
Going
sleep in
home.
the same bed chambers?
No, you had your own.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
See, fascinating.
And that's why I was curious if we might.
So he might have just
See.
taken us to that one, like the kitchen and that one room, and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
unlock the door.
That's
Here
it.
you go. You know it's somewhere in this house, but it's so big. You
Yeah.
don't know. You've never been in a house this big before. You grew up in a one-room hut.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
The pigs below us.
Yes, that's right. Exactly, right. So, you enter into a small claustrophobic room as the door closes behind you.
Oh, wow.
A bright fire is lighting the entirety of the room.
Oh.
Figures form in the smoke billowing from the furnace, warping, bending, and righting its chimney from the fires below.
Yeah.
Directly in front of you is a gurney made up as a dirty bed. Just to the back of the room,
Doesn't
directly
seem helpful at all.
No, this is bad.
just to the back of the room, directly next to the furnace, a young man sits.
A man?
Back of the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He is hunched over a pile of bones and ill-fitting clothing. Sweat is drenching his misshapen forehead.
Oh.
His face is pockmarked, twisted, his mouth tilting unnaturally downward, and his left eye obscured by flesh healed wrong. Two gnarled, soot-stained hands open and close nervously, one clutching a small knife, and the other a tiny carving.
Why are we here?
He looks at you and says, "You should not be here."
good call, we're leaving.
Bye.
Animals have
You
it.
got it.
Adios.
So.
Now that's a person you could soothe in theory, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
In theory, yeah.
Or care
All right,
for.
first, I assume
Yes.
that he's a servant. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's the first actual flesh and blood person you've met.
Yeah.
Since Bluebeard left. So.
Yes. So I'm the mistress of this house.
Mhm.
Stoke the fire, please. I'm cold.
That's great.
Is our booby still hanging out? Or
Yeah, that's why I'm cold.
Yes, it is.
I'm the mistress of the house. I will carry myself whenever I want.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Maybe we should try to tie a little bit of propriety.
Yeah, if
yeah,
if you wanted to, you could.
Says the virgin.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm upset.
So well, I just
The
walked
servants
in.
are
I didn't know he was here, so
Right.
So we
stoke the fire,
Right.
turn your back, right, and then I'll fix my
So at least we're
my
not-
torn up boob. Yeah.
Torn up boobs.
So that this is not Evil Dead remade.
Yeah.
Tits everywhere.
It's everywhere I say.
It's a boy.
That should be the name
That's
for
a
this.
subtitle.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
It's more the like
Yeah.
pornographic
Yeah, right.
version of the cookie. Like it's just like boob cookies, tits ahoy, and sort of
I
chips.
was actually just something
Giant
more
chocolate chip
nautical,
in the
but
middle of it.
like an island that's just a boob rising from the ocean.
Many a sailor has dreamt of that, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
All right, so we'll put that under the maiden move of caring for someone. You're not caring for him, but you're asserting your position to him
You're
Yeah.
interacting
Right.
with them as a normal person.
as a normal person,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Trying to disregard his deformity.
right,
It's really
I hear you.
offensive, by the
Yeah.
way.
yeah,
And
yeah.
startling.
Yeah, so your business with this guy.
Yeah.
It's offensive. Of course he's in this room. Jesus.
Yeah.
I hope he only comes out at night.
Well, maybe.
That's priceless.
Alright.
Why do we keep him? I'm sure we can afford better looking help.
That's a
Man,
problem.
fire him instantly.
So he says, all right, miss, just don't speak too loudly lest you anger her.
Oh.
And then he starts daintily shoving coals into the
Little
furnace.
hand.
Yes, yes, his wee little hands sticking out of his sleeves.
Man.
His little doll
Scary
hands.
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Elliott.
It's basically Chris Elliott. Yeah.
Scary movie.
I'm glad you have the ring because tiny hands for me are definitely like a. I don't have the ring anymore.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he sets down the carving in order to do that. He sets down the carving.
The carving.
Yeah,
He was carving a piece of bone.
He's whittling.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like the simple folk do.
Oh, I see. Is it close enough for me to reach?
You can, yes, you can certainly
Oh.
investigate that mysterious object.
Okay.
Yes.
Investigate
Making
the shit
sure
out
the
of it.
dress is what's that?
Investigate the shit out of it.
Yeah. Dress is secure.
Uh-huh.
Reach over
Uh-huh.
and gently pick up the little
Sure,
carving. Yeah.
So
And
what?
while I'm picking it up, I'll ask him, "Who do you mean?"
Oh, okay.
So he turns around and he turns around and he sees that you have this thing in hand. Now what it is is he is quite expertly used the different layers of bone in order to create a multi-hued carving.
Wow.
So it is a very skillfully executed carving of a horse.
Oh.
And so he's used like the interior marrow and the sort of transitional section to create hues of red and pink, giving it dimension.
Wow.
You know.
So it's like a fresh bone.
Yeah.
It's a scrimshaw, right?
Also
Yeah.
a large bone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If the marrow
Like a
is
femur?
wide enough
Yeah.
to.
It's a human thigh bone, right?
It's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume it's a cow.
Yeah.
Is it? Can I recognize that it's
It's a
human?
horse.
We
How
had
would
mutton
we know?
at dinner last night, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
We're peasants. We've totally had
Yeah. Bone.
Wait,
So-
your bone, sure.
So the carving itself you can't recognize because he's carved the shit out of it,
Right.
basically. You know.
But it's a horse.
It's a horse.
What you're
You,
saying.
you see that there's a rough-hewn wooden shelf against the very back wall that has a bunch of little carvings of other animals and figures.
Oh.
So this is just the latest in the series that he's been doing. But they're all
talented.
they're all quite dazzling, unique,
Wow.
wonderful. And so he holds out both of his tiny hands towards you, trembling a bit. And closes your hands around the horse.
Oh.
And he says, "For you, miss.
Oh no.
I had to make it a hornless unicorn because I can't carve the horn."
That is
It'll
really
always be
devastating
unicorn.
on a
Yes.
couple levels.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
You have a
Feeling
rare
the trauma.
gift, sir. Have you shown these to your master? I'm gonna ask him.
You ask him that,
Yes.
and suddenly
Oh,
he lets out a fearful cry.
Oh no!
So your back was to the room, and he was facing the room, and he sees something over your shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Yep.
And he flees to the far corner of the room, up under his shelf.
Yeah.
As you hear the bone pile behind you start to shift.
Ah.
Oh, there's a
This again.
Another bone
Yes.
pile.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're old at this at this
Right,
point.
this happened before.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you hear.
Great.
Do you want to take stock, perhaps?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so ask me a question for
I
the
hope,
take stock
I hope
list.
this
Here,
is
do you
another.
have the take stock?
Maybe it's the same woman we
Take
saw
stock of your
before.
life.
Take
I've
stock.
made some mistakes.
So, what stalks the bride from the shadows?
Yes.
Okay, so that's easily told as you turn to look at the noise.
Yes.
And you can see a bloated, kind of hag-like woman rising up out of the bone pile.
Oh.
Okay.
So she's not the same woman as before.
Does she look ethereal or does she look like material?
She looks very material.
Uh-oh.
She is wearing a kind of matronly garb,
Okay.
and she has a leather belt in her hand.
In her hand. I
It's
see
his
where
mom.
this is going.
Nice touch.
His mom.
And so she starts charging across the room and just charges right past you,
Right.
Oh.
and starts to throttle the guy
Oh no.
with the belt.
Let's save him.
Yeah, can I save him?
Of course.
Like care
Fuck
for
that
someone.
bitch.
This would be caressing a horror,
Okay.
or let's see, you
Violent.
can cry out for help.
I
Of
have.
course.
I can't use a face because I'm not.
You can use a face.
You can.
You got
I
some?
have a face gift called the
have a
Kingmaker.
face.
Okay.
Ooh.
You want to hear that?
What do you got?
Sure.
When I can insist a male servant that deserves more power than they currently have and give them a gift,
Ooh.
and therefore find a champion, and the benefit is to heal one trauma.
Wow.
But narratively, it could empower
It
him to
fits. Yeah.
overcome the
And
crazy.
he deserves more power than he currently has.
Yeah.
Might be worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Would that
Yeah.
is that something that empowers him narratively?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
we
like
need
that
to give
idea.
him a gift. We'll make him our king.
Okay.
Earring?
So what
Yeah,
okay.
what would that gift be?
Our cheek stopper?
Um,
Here!
It could be immaterial.
yeah, it could be something.
A kiss on the cheek.
A promotion or.
I think that if he's being throttled, kissing him on the cheek might be hard.
Yeah.
True. True.
Well, there's the king of this castle, who's Bluebeard himself,
Yes.
and I have that piece of beard. Of
Oh,
his,
yeah!
So I could give it to
The
him,
lock of
Oh.
beard.
and he would have the power of
Yes.
Yeah.
The king.
king.
The
Yeah,
master,
the king.
yeah.
King. Yeah,
Yes.
Uh huh. Okay.
Bestow upon him.
in a manner.
All right.
Love that.
So
Love it.
Yep.
All right, so you
It's
you
witchy.
toss.
It's so
It is
witchy.
witchy.
It
Yeah.
is. So you toss the lock of blue hair at him, and as his eyes are sort of bulging out, you know, he manages to catch it with one of his tiny hands, and
Yes. Love it.
They're strong though.
They are strong.
they're strong,
Just
tiny
like
hands.
just like our hands.
They're obviously
Small
really
and powerful.
sharp eye.
She does.
But
One eye. Yes.
Yeah.
That one eye is super sharp.
Right.
So that's good.
never look him in the hands.
And so he catches it, and a strange transformation begins to come over him. You know, and so the woman is you know choking. You know, she's like, "That's it. You know, you've crossed the last line, and this is it. I'm done with you forever."
Oh my goodness.
And he just, you know, he goes from this look of terror and helplessness to a look of power and, you know, self-assuredness. And before your very eyes, he begins to straighten up a bit and then grow, you know,
Whoa.
physically grow.
Yeah.
Do his hands become normal size?
His hands become normal size.
So we just Beauty and the Beast of him?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, and you watch as he
His
can.
like skin flap recede just a little bit.
Everything begins to recede, like all the deformities begin to recede, melt away, and he continues to grow. Okay.
Wait a minute.
The belt snaps from around his widening neck.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
and the woman you know, backpedals away as you watch as he transmogrifies into a centaur.
Whoa!
Can we ride him all the time?
Well, maybe. I know.
Not sexually, like.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
the Virgin
This is
has
totally something the Virgin would
centaurs.
say.
Yeah. Definitely have a reputation in mythology.
They do.
Yes.
Quite the reputation.
No, we'll just be pals and we'll ride through the
Oh
forest
my
together.
Clearly, she's never ridden a horse down a bumpy road.
That's what we like. A ride side saddle for that very reason.
No, we don't. The witch and Animus and Fatale say no. No, I'm not.
Mother, what do you say? You're all earthy about it.
Not another baby.
That's why we ride the horse, obviously.
They got the one boob.
God.
Oh, it's true.
No,
You
it's
got
alright.
both now. You got both.
We have enough of both.
Yes.
Although seriously, this needs some ointment.
Yeah, the whole
It
cheek
does
thing
hurt.
is.
So the
Oh, it turns into a centaur? What
Yes.
color is his
Yeah,
coat?
yeah, what color is his fur?
he's piebald.
Aww.
All right, what does that mean?
Like mixture of colors, like
Calico?
splotchy. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
calico horse.
Yeah.
Calico.
Tortoiseshell calico.
Oh my gosh.
Does his shirt come off or his muscles fantastic?
Oh yeah. He's
Whoa.
ripped. Dude's ripped.
But his
I
face is
can
he's a
appreciate
butterface.
how it looks for the beauty.
Well, just imagine Chris Elliott as a centaur, and there you go.
There you go.
I don't
There
like
you
it.
go.
This is a horror game.
not
Let's
going to
remind
kill
you.
her.
You can't have everything.
That's right,
No.
that's true.
I'm
That's
gonna
alright.
say he looks like Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth.
No, not so much.
Pretty good.
Body of Hemsworth, face of
Face of
Elliot.
Elliot.
Yes.
Alright, so pick your Chris.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
much
that's all right.
worse.
That's fine.
So
Well, the deformities went away, so he's attractive now, right?
Well, as
Well,
attractive as Chris
Chris
Elliott will
Elliott.
ever
Can
be.
You know
never
what?
be.
He's delightful.
he is.
He makes up for it with his sense of humor.
He's okay.
Yes.
He's
No,
okay.
He's alright. So he's
He's
grown into the centaur in this
Yes.
tiny room.
Yes.
The fire's going.
Yes.
Can we push that
Around
witch into the fire? That
You
old
can,
hag?
if you want to push her into the fire.
Wow, that sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that would
Fire.
be dirtying yourself with violence.
She's
Okay.
going around, I mean, you don't have to, but it's just like she's
No,
going around like choking
sounds like she
people out.
wants
Well, would the centaur attack her? I mean, is he like pissed that she was attacking him, or is he just standing there like, great, I'm glorious now? That's nice.
Well, probably a little of both. So if you want to take the initiative and push her in, that's fine. Or if you want to wait and see what the centaur does.
Clobber the shit out of her.
But
Well, if it's his mother, he may not want her to die.
Could be his old lady.
Good point.
Good point. It
Nothing-
could be
I'm just saying, if you leave it up to me, I may not be very kind about things. So.
I want her smushed into pieces. I think that would be great.
Yeah, but she's murderous.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
seems pretty sadistic and evil.
Yeah.
Also, clearly she's made of bones, so.
Yeah, hello.
It's true.
Get rid of
The
her.
person is actually murdered?
No, she's a bad mother.
Yeah, and you know that.
You're a good mother. That's why.
Bad
No.
bone bag.
Bad going bag.
And that opium was fun. So maybe we'll get another hit if we toss her in. You know?
Nice.
All right.
You're so
Okay, doke.
foolish.
Which is
It's
fun.
very practical of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in she goes.
Okay, so please
Yeah.
dirty yourself with some
Oh,
violence.
let's
Alright,
see if
this
it's
is
successful.
so you're gonna have to
Seems to be
roll.
making a dirty roll.
So,
Right.
what's your blood? Would this be blood or
Yeah.
carnality?
Yeah.
No carnality.
It's carnality.
Yeah, you add
Carnality.
What was the
carnality.
difference between blood and carnality again?
Is blood the murderousness?
Blood is your connection to horror. Carnality is your expression of horror.
Okay. So
And resilience
I guess I'm
is
having
your-
a hard time.
It's a bit of a
So it's like feeling versus action.
I guess what I'm really having a hard time with is though like the differentiation of like when you're gonna roll that.
yeah. Well, I'm just going by what the moves
Sure.
tell you. So.
But like, and then resilience is like your resistance to the horror?
That's right. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So constitution, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, then that's stupid. I'm
Okay.
switching mine around.
10!
10!
Nice.
Okay, so do you want to
Nice.
disable them, right? I mean, you're disabling this person by throwing them into the
But it's
furnace.
disable
Yeah,
them from
pretty
their
much
life.
able in the maximum
Disconnect them from their
degree.
life.
You
Yeah.
can also call it silencing
Disable their ability
them.
to live.
Or silencing.
Or mutilating.
still-
You're
Or
throwing them
mutilating.
in the fire.
It's kind of
She's just bones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like roasting.
Does she have a
Right.
figure
It's
to
a
her?
bar-
Or she
it's a
just
broth.
looks like
Get some broth out of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked like a person.
So she looks like a human being.
Yeah, she just looks like an old hag.
I mean, the last person that we saw who came out of a pile of bones turned into pink dust.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So what are you going with? It'll inform my description.
Oh.
Disable, silence, or mutilate.
Mutilate.
Okay. All right.
Put it
So
bluntly?
so yeah, you just raise
Finish
your
her.
you know you,
Yes.
your daintily
Yeah.
slippered foot. Our
Yes,
dainty
Yes,
that's
our-
right. Yes.
yes.
Yes, you've got your your little white wedding pump on.
Oh no, I was thinking of a little
Slipper
like a
or-
blue slipper. Like
Oh, okay.
I saw it as blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue
Really?
slippers. Okay, with a little monogram BB on it.
Do they match your earrings? Then?
Yes. Sapphires. That's right. Animus and Fatal working
All right,
together.
so you raise your dainty slippered foot as she is hurled back from the centaur's rearing hooves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just plant the foot right in the middle of her commodious backside, and redirect the momentum towards this furnace,
Right.
which has this massive grate. I mean, it is like 4 feet wide by 5 feet tall.
Okay.
And this big leering kind of grotesque devil face
Yeah.
around it, like forming the mouth.
With its mouth open. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Yeah, lovely.
Excellent.
And there's actually like a pull out kind of chicken wire style
Okay.
bed
Yep.
inside of it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You know, and just gas flames.
Uh huh.
All right.
Yeah.
And so she just tumbles right in and lights up,
Whoa.
you know, and the force of her hitting inside made the grate, come down with a loud, bang.
Yeah. So it
Uh,
looks like teeth now?
the teeth, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And so her clothes just go up, and she turns around and is just grabbing the teeth,
That's true.
and,
God.
as she is fully engulfed and is
God.
screaming, and you watch the fat start to melt off of her.